If you've ever had to detach a component just to add one more items or swap them in a complete different layout, you will know the pain. But luckily, Figma has solved this pain for us with Figma Slot. Now, Figma Slot is now released in the beta. Everyone can have access to it if you're on a professional plan. And I'm going to show you how this works exactly in your design files, how to use it, and honestly, where some of the shortfalls still comes in. So let's dive right into this video now while I break down Figma slots for you in the easiest manner possible. So first, what are slots? And in the simplest terms, slots are placeholder containers inside your component that let you add, remove, and rearrange components or contents within a component without detaching it. For example, when I switch over here to Figma, you're going to see a card that I've already pre-designed using the Figma slot. And I'm going to walk you through how we created these cards, how to break them down, and how to use slots to take advantage of everything Figma has done for you. In the past, the normal way you would create a component, and when you have a card like this card element, and you create this and turn it into a component, when you pull an instance of this component, you do not have the ability to swap this for other elements. So let me show you how you can actually activate slots. Let's say you create a component. For example, we have this square here, give it some color. Now we have this random element. Once you click on it, right here, you can see there's no way to add Figma slot to it because this has to be a component first. Now I click on making it a component. Let's call this test. With this test component, when you come over to properties to add a property, now you can see slots there under the properties, right? You can see slots. Clicking on it, you can give it the slot name, test slot, give it some description, create property. Now this component is a slot. Let's say you add other frames there. We'll just add another frame here, give it some color, white. Let's duplicate this frame. You can still make this component a slot by clicking on the frame there. You can see this convert to slot. You can add it to the first one or create a new slot property, test 2. Now this is also a slot. What happens when you take a variant of this out over here? Once you take a variant, then you can see this plus slot icon here. And you can use this to basically swap out any other elements in your design system by clicking on it. This will show you other instances from your design system created in this file, or you can sort all your other files, right? And then you can just instantly swap that component and it switches. Now you see over here, it says it's modified. You can obviously come back here to the slot component here and still swap it further to as many components or elements as you want. So that is basically how the slot component works. So now I'm going to show you a practical example of how you can build a component with slots inside of them and how you can then swap those instances to give your design system a better feel. So let's dive right back into Figma. So over here, I'm going to just start by building a fresh new component. We want this to be a card. So let's say I have my image element here, and then I also have my call to action segment all over here. Most likely I'm going to make this an auto layout just to make sure everything snaps in place. So for my image element, I'm going to use the Unsplash plugin and just look for, let's say, shoes. So I'll just grab the first one there. That is put in my image element. And for my call to action segment, I can actually now leave that empty, right? Now I'm gonna combine these two into one frame using Shift A. Now it's one frame. Let's call it shoe card. Let's call it shoe card. And the next thing we're going to do is to make this a component. Click on the component. Now this entire item here is a component, and you can see it has a variant, all of that good stuff. Very good. Now the next thing we want to do here is within this element, because we already created another frame here, it's an auto layout, it's a frame within a component, we have access to making it a slot. So I'm just going to rename this, or no need, this is a demo. Just create a slot. Let's call this actions. Now we've created this action slot. And what happens is when I take a variant of this shoe, now I have a variant of my shoe, you can see the slot icon there is showing visibly. I then click on this and I can replace it with like a notification. Obviously, this component here we would do it set to fill, so that snaps in well. And just like that, we've been able to put in another element inside that card without detaching it. And I can as well come back here to this particular element. It's already modified. You can see how it's modified. I can switch it to the notification. Oh, no. No, that's wrong. I can come back to this element here and I can swap it from the success notification to the error. So you can see it shows sold out. This is just one of the many ways you can start thinking about how you can use slots in your design system. But here is why I'm especially hyped and excited about this. As someone who works in the intersection of design and code as a design engineer and a design system designer, slots in Figma now mirror how components actually will behave in platforms like, in frameworks like Vue, even React or Angular. The simple simplicity of swapping those components, engineers can now look at your Figma and immediately understand how that component works without all of the back and forth. Connecting this with also Figma MCP in any of the coding agents you're using, either Cursor, Claude, all of that, you can now code faster, and this makes it easier for you to build and create design systems. Now, honestly, Slots is the update we've been waiting for, but ever since I've been testing this, there's still a lot of limitations, right? There's still some limitations that Figma needs to work on, and I'm sure they'll be improving this from time to time. What I'll say is, don't just entirely move all your designs to Slots. Have a test area and just keep trying them and seeing how this will work for you. But if you're building things like tables, card, you should start thinking of how to use slot components in those designs. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to drop a comment and tell me which of the components in your system you need to change into a slot now. I'd like to see which one you use most. And thanks for staying to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.